There are cranes roosts. Lots of little leaves and stuff, you know, little tiny twigs and branches knocked down. At least in the area where I live, you know, that's all we had to deal with around my apartment. You can see behind me all this kind of stuff down everywhere, but we went out for a little drive this morning. This little like Latin market. My wife was looking for some warm bread. The one place we wanted to go wasn't open, so we found some nice warm tortillas, and then the little cafe next door was open. Got some breakfast, some huevos. And then, unfortunately, we actually thought about taking a little ride out to like Daytona, out that direction, see what's going on. And unfortunately, they decided they were opening the Walgreens where she works. And so she had to go into work at noon. And that killed that idea. She didn't really sleep much last night, so she wasn't very happy about having to go into work. But everybody's out and about. We, I don't know, our lights flicked a couple times, you know, and came right back on. The one time, lost the internet connection, so something with the spectrum, I guess, with the internet, but that came right back on after a few minutes. Like I said in my one last video, post office is closed today where I work, and it was my day off this week anyways, so that worked out good. Kind of wish I hadn't canceled my day of annual leave on Friday. I kept Saturday, but I turned back to Friday. Save a day of vacation, work a couple hours overtime, you know. Sure, we'll have overtime now since we were closed today. But yeah, this is pretty nice. The mall and Barnes & Noble is closed, so that's boring, but I don't know when. My wife usually gets off work at 3 o'clock. I don't know if they're just going to work her like noon to 3 today. Let me set this up here maybe. See if that works. Yep. So, but you know, it's kind of interesting. It doesn't want to sit up. Come on, sit up there, buddy. Okay. You know, I was talking some about, in my one video, about Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. It's kind of sad. I mean, for me personally, you know, the person I wanted was Nikki Haley. Either her or Ron Desantis. And unfortunately, we ended up with Trump again, thanks to the people who worship him, you know. But whenever you see, you know, like Ron DeSantis and the way he handles things with the, you know, like when there's something like this going on, and has that experience as a governor and all of that, it makes you realize how sadly lacking we are in terms of statesmanship with Donald Trump, you know. Someone who has that executive experience. You could say, well, he was president for 4 years and gained some, but, you know, some people have it, some people don't, you know. And Donald Trump, for me, doesn't seem to have it. Whereas Ron DeSantis, I would much preferred. Every time the wind blows, my phone falls over. I guess I have to just hold it. You know, so that for me, you know, it's not like I'm a big Kamala Harris fan, but Donald Trump, you know, what is there to say about the guy? I like seeing videos of him at his rallies where all the empty seats, and he's talking about how we never have an empty seat in the House, and then the camera pans around and the place is half empty and stuff, you know. He's just delusional, but that's what we're stuck with on the Republican side this time, so hopefully Ron DeSantis, I guess, can make a good show of things this time around with the hurricane and all this. he's burnishing his credentials. So next time around, hopefully, he'll have a better run at things, where all the people who just, kiss Trump's butt won't be saying, no, we have to have our Messiah back, and we can move along to something more productive and useful, But, I don't know. I mean, Desantis has his failings too. Some of his goofy, like playing to the right-wing stuff and the crazy shit he got into with Disney that made, just childish nonsense he got into with Disney. And then replacing the Reedy Creek board, with just his campaign supporters and, contributors and stuff. So, I mean, they've all got their political stuff going on. But certainly, Ron DeSantis seems much more sane and coherent and rational than Donald Trump. Unfortunately, the Republican Party never really gave anybody a chance except for Trump this time around. So, I don't know. That kind of sucks. But, when I talk about, people voting for Kamala Harris instead of Donald Trump, it's not because I love all of her policies or something, but damn, the Republican Party could have given people somebody more sane and rational and everything than Donald Trump this time around, and we just didn't do it. So, like, get what that's what you want to push on people. You have to understand not everybody else, is in love with the guy the way some of these other people are. I don't know. Anyways, here we are after the hurricane, which fortunately for us where we lived was a non-event. I spent the night out sitting on the sofa. I slept a little on the sofa, watching TV, but wasn't a normal night. But as far as any kind of ill effects, where we live, we had it made. The apartment where I live, the one storm we had a few years back had a little bit of leakage, on the roof. It had some stains on the ceiling from that. And I was worried that we would see something like that happen again. But apparently when they came by, like last year or whatever, said that they got it all fixed up, they were telling the truth because we didn't have any issues anywhere. So, it's nice. I got a cooler full of bags of ice that I guess was a waste. We got all kinds of other shit, but that's okay. I'm gonna eat it while my wife is on vacation. All my canned salmon and stuff like that. Because I'm going on a diet while she's gone. She leaves next Friday, another week or so, and I'll be on my own with the 3 cats. So hopefully, I told her when she gets back, I'm going to be skinny again. Be nice, get back down to my pre-marriage weight. I had gotten down to 200 pounds, and then I went back up with all that great Filipino cooking and baking all the time to 240 almost again. So I gotta remedy that. Get lean and mean again. That's my mission for those 5 weeks while she's gone, to very strictly control my diet. Maybe do a little bit of intermittent fasting, kind of skip some breakfast or whatever. I was doing that before a while back and lost some weight. Maybe have some coffee with some, the oil. Slipped my mind just now. What's it, the short chain, MCT? What's that? I forget what it stands for now. Something, what is it? Something chain, multi-chain, triglycerides or something. MCT oil comes from the coconut or whatever, I think. But for a while I was doing that, have that for breakfast and stuff. And to try and curb the appetite. But I'm going to be very strict on my diet while she's gone. I should start off this Saturday by fasting for Yom Kippur. And get my new year off to a start. Let's see what happens. The sun's coming out now. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. Another month from now, we'll know who our new president is going to be. I did kind of have regrets though, watching Desantis and the way he handles things, and you know, it's like with it's like the way he talked about Kamala Harris. Some of the comments I saw he made, you know, with her trying to insert herself into things for, you know, political gain. As he pointed out, she's not actually in his chain of command. You know. You know, Biden is the president, and people here in Florida are running things, not FEMA, you know, so. But all this, you know, there's always all this political back and forth and, you know, cat fighting and shit that you have to deal with all these people, but that's part of the game. He's much more professional about it than Donald Trump ever was, though, that's for sure. And more professional, certainly, than Kamala Harris is capable of being. That's what happens when we don't have any good choices about stuff. Once again, just my opinion. Here comes the sun. It's nice. So that's my big report on Hurricane Milton. Nothing to report. Not for me. We took a little drive, you know, saw a car stuck in some water. We took a little bit of video. Maybe I'll put that up later. Not sure what I'm going to do today, except be bored, probably. My wife, I don't know if she's going to end up getting off at 3 or if they're going to ask her to work longer. Would have been nice to head out to the beach. See if we can find a place to get down there. Watch the surf. Surf's going to be kind of heavy with the inflow from that backside of Milton. But I like being around the ocean when the surf is high. I love, when I first thought about moving here to Florida, you know, I always wanted to live by the ocean. And I actually had put in some transfer letters for the post office around the ocean, different places. They had a freeze on hiring here, you know, for a couple of years. And then as soon as that hiring freeze got lifted, Winter Park wanted my info and wanted me to transfer here. They're like, can we get him in 6 weeks, you know? So it was a real sudden thing. They wanted people fast. But after I accepted the job here and everything, I started getting letters from Fort Lauderdale and different places where I could have gone. But as much as I love being around the ocean, as far as handling the weather, it's much better around Orlando. Not having to worry about all your shit getting washed away by storm surge and stuff like that. And I live in a second floor apartment, so I don't have to worry about that. The location where we're at, don't really have many issues. So that's great. The best hurricane is one that's not really an event for you. Though I feel bad for all the other people for whom it was an event. All the tornadoes and shit. Yeah, mobile homes and tornadoes don't go together. But then that's another thing about a lot of people. They can't really afford anything but to find a little mobile home somewhere. I feel bad, especially for some of the older people, the retired people that worked their whole life and they don't really have any choice but to be in a little flimsy mobile home somewhere, you know, barely getting by. I won't get into how that could bring us back to the NALC negotiations. We don't all want to end up like that, right? Anyways, that's my situation report. Ha! You thought I was gone. I'm back. I was watching that video that I recorded. Actually, it occurred to me while I was watching it. MCT oil, that's medium chain triglycerides. I knew it wasn't obviously short chain. And I knew it wasn't multi-chain. So finally it came to me. But yeah, I just got a message from my wife that their server is down at the store. So they might not be able to open after all of that. So I guess it never occurred to anybody to check that before they had people come in. But I don't know, maybe I'll be going to the beach after all. See if my wife wants to do that still, or if she's out of the mood now. We were ready to go earlier. Like I say, she didn't get much sleep, so we'll find out. Be nice to go for a ride, do something. But it's nice to do lots of different things, so we'll see. I don't know, maybe I'll attach some of those other clips I shot earlier this morning to this, since I'm going to be loading it all on my Mac and attaching stuff. I might as well just do all that. I still haven't figured out how to combine shit on my phone. Yeah, since I never do it. But I don't know, maybe we'll get more reports from the beach later on. Hi, Misty. This is our outdoor cat. We call her Misty. It's short for mysterious. Nice to see that this big old dead tree is still here. There were just a couple times that we had some, like the lights just went off very briefly. One time the cable went out. The internet, you know. TV and everything was still working, but the cable went out for a little bit. I'm just wondering how much water's in the back of my truck here. Oh, not too much, most of it leaked out. Okay, it's starting to rain again here. Guess I'll go back inside. Heard a big bang earlier. Some ways away. Wasn't sure what that was. I don't know if there's a big tree snapping somewhere. Okay, I thought I'd run out for a second. Guess we're getting a tiny bit more rain wrapping back in around. Oh yeah, it's starting to rain again now. Not too bad around here. Can't complain. So I'm not sure what he's doing there exactly. Oh, okay. Because the light is out. Can you do this for me for a second, dear? Yeah, I guess because the lights are all out, so it's a four-way stop now.
Light out there too is not functioning.
There's a train wreck. There's a mini golf.
Should they turn it off? Just a lot of police there.
Oh, just landed. As you can see, not too much damage where we are. might splice this together with the one other video I did. I showed one video earlier, that one dead tree outside our house. There's some stuff laying on the ground. I should have pointed out that that was actually laying there before. That wasn't stuff that came off this time around. So things are looking pretty good here in Altamont Springs for the most part, especially in a low-lying area. We're going out to this Puerto Rican bakery to get some nice warm bread. Then we might take a drive up I-4. Maybe go to the beach. See what's happening around Daytona. All the stuff going across the water is probably open now. I'm sure they'll have somebody inspect it first before they let people drive back across. But
Almost open.
oh yeah, Wawa's open. People are ready to make money. Can't stay shut.
Huh. The nails salon is open.
Oh, sweet. Gotta get your nails done
Sorry.
in case some flying debris scratched your nails. Well, we found one nice little Latin market that was open and had some breakfasts. As you can see, everything's flooded here. Just stick it in your face. Let's see, that's all flooded.
I think we need to put this on over here.
Yeah. Along the sides of the road here are all flooded on the right lanes, come in both directions. Actually, it might be getting even higher since when we were here before. When we came out the other direction, use that left lane on the other side, but the water may actually still be coming up after the runoff from everywhere from all the rain shows up. Fortunately, we have a little pickup truck here. Oh, actually, I saw on Facebook, I guess it was 12 years ago. Today, saw a memory when I had my one little Ford Fiesta that I had. Our truck is much better for stuff like this.
Swimming. Oh, hey, Birdie. You get some. A lizard?
Yeah.
Or a fish?
I think it's a lizard.
Right there.
Bon appetit. He's like, I didn't have anything to eat while it was raining. You can see over here on the other side of the road how flooded stuff is. Oh yeah, close your window here. Definitely nice to have a little extra ground clearance compared to these little cars. Yeah, my wife was looking for some warm bread. Instead, we ended up at this place where you can get some warm tortillas. And the little cafe there was open for breakfast, so we had some breakfast. Unfortunately, we got word that the Walgreens where she works, they're going to open at noon. So our plan to maybe drive off somewhere and do a little exploring didn't work out. Even though she only has to work for like 3 hours. Everybody wants to open up and make money. Keep their competitors from making money. Okay, well, I edited a couple of clips together here. Some stuff I shot earlier after that first main video, which I hope wasn't too boring. After all, you don't have to watch. Still sitting here waiting for my wife to let me know what's going on. Her manager is trying valiantly to get their server up so they can open. I think they had a thing on their website they were going to be open at 2 anyways, so see what happens. Who knows how late she'll be working tonight, if they get it going or not. But that's my boring day after the hurricane. Hanging out here with the cats, messing around with my computer. Need to get, while I've got the computer open here, I should probably pop open Word and do a little more writing on one of my screenplays or something. Do something productive today. Anyways, have fun. See y'all later.